Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Hauler with me, MeHerd37. So in our last flight, I honestly have no idea where we went our last flight. It's been so long. I actually tried a couple flights and nothing's worked out, but I've had a heck of a couple weeks at school and everything, so I haven't flown hardly very much at all. I did make a couple attempts, like I said. But in this flight, we're going to go from Cincinnati, Ohio, down to Dallas, Texas. It's about 700 miles, so not really all that long. And this one pays really good, obviously. 704 miles, but it pays $1.2 million. It's not even full capacity. So we're going to go ahead and take that one. I'll fly this. It's probably a little over 700 miles the way we're going to fly it. The cargo is already loaded. We got 1,570 miles, so we'll go ahead and just accept that. Do a day flight. And I didn't fly here myself, so we gotta pick this. I really don't know. No day. I have no idea. Geez, there's no maybe it's one of these that we want. I have no idea. Let's try this one, 44, gate medium, right next to a heavy. Some cargo around there. We'll try this one. So let's go over to the plane. Alright everybody, here we are at the plane. Looks like, well, we picked a decent place. Don't see much going on around here. It is overcast. I'm surprised it's not raining, and I live a few hours away, and it's definitely raining here. It's been raining all freaking day. Whoops, I guess it was on. Let's go ahead and turn on our lights up here. And we'll get this started up Control E style. I'll go ahead and start setting this stuff up. 32,000 feet is where we're going to be going. So I can't use the FMC yet. We'll be taking off. Let's reset this altimeter. Runway 27. As we finally get going. Alright, we'll bring this up. Alright, and it'll be KCVG, and Dallas is KDFW. Alright, we'll be taking off on 17 center. Of course it's not on database. Alright, let's clear that out. What is that? I hope that's not something bad. Reserves, let's carry 5 in reserves. Our cruise altitude, 32,000 feet. And cost index, we'll just go with 75. Departure and everything, departing, it should be 17C, unless it's 18. Maybe that's the problem. Let's go with 18C, center. An arrival. Oh no, heck, I know what it is. I'm looking at the arrival. So that's not right. We're going to be taking off on runway 27. That's what it was. I was looking at my arriving in Dallas. Yeah, arrival 17C. There's our ILS 17 center. See these legs. There's actually no waypoints. It's all SID and star, which is kind of odd. Lift this up. Execute. Let's check. 2,300 feet, 170. Like, daggone, 287 knots, but then 36 miles from that. So I guess it's not too terribly bad. Alright, get this. What is... Oh, parking brake. I thought we had some kind of error down there. Glad to see it's nothing. Alright, so let's check out this flight plane real quick. Just a little bit bigger. Alright. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Can't even get to the frickin'... Move this over here. Alright, we'll go step. Should be good. Alright, it looks good to me. I wonder how... See, I wish... That doesn't tell you how far you are from the runway. I hate that. Alright, we can close that down. Alright. Get this out of here. Move this to 240, even though it's not going to pay attention to it. 250. Alright, so we're taking off runway 27. So I guess our runway is out to our left, so we'll do a pushback. Alright. Go ahead and release the parking brake. Shift P for the pushback. There we go. So like I said, I've actually made a couple attempts. Oh man. Hope we can get through over there. What's this big runway to our right? Wish we were taking off there. Could that possibly... That's not... No, that's running north. That's running with us, so it can't be. It's probably 18 or 36 or something over there. So we're going to be like perfectly perpendicular to that. I actually tried a couple of flights with Air Hauler. I tried a flight... Where were we going? I think it was Atlanta to Detroit. There's an Atlanta to Detroit and Atlanta to Dallas. And I wanted to do the Dallas one because it paid a lot more. So I was going to have like an AI do the Detroit one, and the Dallas one we would do. My problem was it was so heavy we couldn't carry much fuel. We had like a little over 100 extra miles from what it said, you know. And I figured maybe we could make it. So I actually tried, and on the first attempt, the computer crashed on me. That's always fun. And then I tried it a second time, and as we were starting to make our approach, the engines went out, and we actually landed literally just a couple hundred feet short of the runway. I really thought we were going to make it at the end, but the engines ended up losing our engines. So let's turn our taxi lights on. Alright, let's go ahead and taxi over to our left. I tried another one, I tried a around the world flight. We were leaving Courchevel for Frankfurt, and I was making my attempt into Frankfurt, or making my approach into Frankfurt, and the computer crashed on that one as well. So I haven't had a ton of luck lately, and I haven't had a whole lot of chance to try and redo anything. Like, it's been a really crazy time at school with all these presentations and everything. It's just haven't had a whole heck of a lot of time to do anything other than, you know, freaking prepare for presentations. Where is this runway? It's up over to our right. I don't see how our taxi line is going to get us over here to the left, which is kind of where I want to go. I kind of want to get over to the right now that I'll see all that stuff, all these runways and stuff over there, though. I got no idea. It just looks like it's over there to our right. I don't know if we should go around these buildings. Or here's one. This taxi line goes over to the right. I was going to say, I want to get over there. I didn't want to totally go around the buildings. Although the end of the runway is probably going to be over there. Is this grass on the taxiway? That's a little faux pas. At least it's not raining over here. It's nice to know because in a few hours, at the most, that weather's going to be right over my house, so maybe we can finally get rid of some of this frickin' rain. But we had well over a foot of snow, like a little over a week ago. I actually got my car stuck twice in the driveway. Yeah, I've got four-wheel drive, and I had to be pulled out the second time. Oh, well, I didn't have to be. Well, he did pull me out, and thank God he did, because I ended up finding out, had he not, I would have been down the hill and in a ditch. There's somebody landing. And, several days after that, it goes from a foot of snow to, you know, like 60-degree weather. It's just been ridiculous. I did not see what runway that was. It looked like it said 29. 27. Alright, so that's us. I was going to say. Alright, so we can taxi on up here. This is our runway. We're doing that. I remember I forgot one thing. It's not very important, really, but our approach speed. Of course, that changes.
Flight attendants, please be seated.
All right, speed this up a little bit. All right, we'll put the brakes in RTO. Rejected takeoff. Let's go ahead and put out our flaps to 15. Didn't hear the... only heard 2. Let's see if it goes there. Did we get our flaps? Yeah, they're just going to 15. By the way, yesterday on YouTube, I was watching I guess it's some from was it Channel 4 or something? I can't remember. Over in England, I guess. Some TV show called The Worst Place to Be a Pilot or something like that. I started watching that. It was about guys flying like Cessnas and stuff, like Grand Caravans and everything for Suzy Air. If you haven't ever seen it, I just saw it yesterday for the first time. There's like 4 episodes up on YouTube. Might want to check that out. That is just some awesome and insane flying. So you might want to check that out. Alright. I don't see anyone back there using a different runway. Landing lights on, taxi lights off, strobe on. Alright. Launch of the runway. Auto throttles armed, flight director on, LNAV and VNAV. Alright. She's feeling heavy. She shouldn't. We don't even have full capacity on our cargo, and actually, we don't even have that much fuel, to be quite honest. I think we could have gotten full fuel since we're not even at full capacity in the cargo. Alright. We're lined up. Actually, nicely lined up for once. Make sure my view's on right. There we are. Alright. Let's go ahead and get going. Advance the throttles. Alright, set power. Alright, thrust is set. There goes someone on the perpendicular to us. That would not be good for takeoff. Let's push the nose forward to make sure she doesn't come down or come up on us. It's been happening a lot with this plane.
Routine. V2.
Did he ever call out V1?
Positive wing. Gear up.
Alright, gears up. I never heard him. I trimmed it down too much. I never once heard him freaking call V1. Sounded like it just went rotate. Alright, I'm gonna bring back the throttle a little bit. I want to get going too fast. I don't know if we can use autopilot yet, because I want to take a look outside before it gets... Well, we're up in the clouds too much. Alright, flaps up. Yeah, it's already too cloudy. You can't see anything. Weird thing is, this is known as like the Cincinnati airport. It's actually Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky. It's actually in Kentucky. The city's kind of far away anyway, because like I say, it's in Kentucky, but just right across the river from Cincinnati. Flown out of here before. I think we actually flew straight out of here to Denver once, back in the late 90s. Kind of remember that. Can't see much. Cool looking clouds. Hopefully it's not too cloudy in Dallas when we get there. Just flying good. I remember when I was going from Atlanta to Dallas, man, this thing was getting not so much too fast, but like say 9,300 feet, and we'd be at like 20,000 feet. It's kind of ridiculous. And I'm betting we're going to be over 9,300 feet when we get there, because it's 30 miles away. 30 miles away, and we're already at 7,000 feet. So we're not going to, you know, I just don't think the altitudes are right. Because you can't say 30 miles and only be at 9,300 feet. No, break through the clouds. So that's just going to be wrong on the altitudes. Alright. I was going to wait till 10,000. Just speed this thing up. Kill the views real quick. Or head movements. Bring this up as well. We hit 10,000. I'll turn off the landing lights, and then we'll actually speed this up a little bit. There's 10,000 feet. Landing lights go off. Let's increase our range. I never set my heading for the runway. I always got to forget something. Always. Alright, well, we are well on our way. So I'll go ahead and speed this thing up, and we will be back in just a bit.
tests outside. Please check that your seatbelt is securely fastened. To prepare for landing, it will be necessary to collect all service items, as well as any other items you wish to inspire, such as newspapers.
Alright everybody, I'm back. We're at 10,700 feet. Take a look. This is some third-party scenery from the Dallas area. It doesn't include the Dallas airport, but it does include a good portion of Texas. It does look pretty good, I gotta say. Not sure exactly how good it looks you're a little bit lower. Let's check this out. Alright, we're getting about 10,000 feet, so let's go ahead and turn our landing lights on. So we're going to be at 3,200 or 2,300 right at Jiffy, like we're supposed to be. Just 30 miles away. We need to be at 170 knots as well. Just the engines rev back up. Get off of VNAV and go over to our speed. Let's set our speed. Good 200 for now. Let's use the speed brake. Slow our descent. Now we're slowing down. Our landing speed, I just checked, that's 128, so 133. That's our next waypoint. One thing I don't like, it seems like it's putting these spots way too close to the runway. Like, I don't know exactly how much room that is, but it's only got to be a few miles. And to turn and make sure you're, around the runway and everything, I don't like that at all. Okay, so we're near 200 knots. Let's go ahead and lose that. Speed up our descent a little bit now. Nope, maybe not. Alright, so, was that 28 miles out? So we'll go ahead and speed this up a little bit. Oh, it's raining here in Dallas. It'd be raining. I just hope the clouds aren't too low. That's the main concern. Oh, jeez. I don't know what our the runway altitude is. I'm not too worried about that, to be quite honest, so. I'm trying to think about it. But we gotta get from 2,300 miles down. I'm thinking it's like 600 or 700 feet. I can't remember for sure. We actually landed short of the runway after we lost our engines, no fuel. Alright, so 21 miles out. like I say, I'm kind of worried about, it's just so close to the runway. It can't be more than a couple miles. It seems like it's been doing that in this plane. I don't know what exactly chooses that waypoint. If that's from the plane's FMC, like from the points it knows, or what that is. Because I don't think that comes in until you actually select the runway on the FMC. It can't be for sure, though. Alright, let's slow this down to 170, like it wants. I got 16 miles out. I'll probably have to use a speed brake. Although we'll use on our flaps because we obviously got to get our flaps up before then. That's actually, you can put it out, was it 182? Oh, 240, I'm sorry. So let's go flaps 1. We need to have our gear out then as well. At 10 miles out, I'll slow this thing down. We're going to need some time. Alright, 10 miles out. Let's go ahead and slow her back down to normal speed. Can't see anything. Alright, we'll go to flaps 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for landing, please return all seat backs and tray tables to their upright and stowed position. Ensure all portable electronic devices are turned off.
9 miles out
Stow
from
all
Jiffy.
carry-on items. Additionally, footrest and video monitors must be returned to their original position. Thank you.
Alright, 198 knots and coming down. Slow our descent a little bit. Alright, flaps to 15. I'd like to have the gear down near Jiffy. We might want to actually slow down a little bit before Jiffy, to be quite honest. Since we're so close, we need to be at what, 133? At 128 plus 5? We're only 6 miles out. Alright, so it's 176 and coming down. We should have set our auto brakes already. We'll set it at 2. Brakes don't really seem very good on this plane, though. But I'll leave it at that for right now. Let's actually move our range down. That might help as well. So we might have 5 miles, which is better than what I thought. So a little... I was thinking like 2 or 3, but apparently we've got a little bit more than that. Speed's coming down nicely to 150. 3 miles from Jiffy. Oh man, look at all that traffic. Oh jeez. That does not bode well. Feels like we're getting dangerously slow. We should be alright. We're just above the warning speed. Here come the engines back, revving up. Spooling up. Or I thought. Yeah, they are. It's getting us it's letting us get way too slow. What are you doing, plane? Alright, well, screw the auto throttles, because I'm going to have to speed it up. The localizer, gear down, flaps to 20. The approach, our speed is way too slow. What runway are we going to, by the way? Alright, so it is... It's alright. For a second, I mean, it was going out to the right, and it's like, man, what runway? I still don't know. Is it this one? This one? Coming in a little hot. Alright, we are at full flaps. Apparently, we're on the small one. I would have liked to have landed on a bigger runway. But apparently, we are not going to be afforded with that luxury. Watch our speed. A little too fast. A little too much, I'm in. Alright. Got the throttle just a little. Alright, am I playing? Bring your throttle back just a little bit.
Approaching minimums.
Getting a little low.
200.
Oh, we're getting high now. I knew we were getting high.
Please be seated for arrival.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, going to the right and a little long. Oh, jeez. We were not level with the ground at all, either. That was a bad landing. I was going to try and get to that taxiway. Man, the brakes on this plane do not work that well. Oh, it was a bad landing. We were not level or anything. That was one of our worst in a while.
We will be taxiing for the next
Which is saying something.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns on the fasten seatbelt sign.
Hopefully we went to the right
Check around your seat
area.
in the seat pockets and overhead bins for all personal belongings that you brought on board. Please take care when opening the overhead bins, as the contents will be
Alright.
during the flight.
Turn that on. Oh, yeah, we did. Good. It's to the right. Landing lights off. Taxi lights on. Strobe off. We can get that off. Start up the APU as well. Alright. So that was just hideous landing. Alright. Flaps are retracting. Let's see where this guy is. This guy's taxiing over here as well, huh? I don't see him down there. It does look like the textures are a little bit different than a standard airport, but I don't think so. I think this is a standard airport. Stock airport, I should say. The runways don't look any different, so it's gotta be. And where is this guy? Oh, there. From the other direction, of course. The wrong direction. Alright. Is it me or did the sound just get weird? Oh, it's because my microphone's... Or I mean my headset wire. Alright. So like I was saying, that was a crappy landing. Man, it's really disappointing. Something I'm surely trying to work on. I think it's actually a good thing that I record these landings and replay them, because it actually gives me an opportunity to look and see a bunch of stuff that I did wrong. That one, that one was just crap. But usually my problem is, you know, the pitch. I'm pitching up way too much and probably too soon. There's actually a program out there. I know FlightSim. If you ever watch his channel, he's got a good flight channel. He reviewed a product a couple times now that lets you work on your landings really easy, and it seems like a good product. I don't really want to spend money on it, so I think recording it and playing it back and watching it is actually fairly good. It lets me learn what I'm doing wrong. All that with that one, we got offline, ended up not level with the ground. That was not good at all. So I don't know. I was watching air crash investigation on here on YouTube, because I don't think we even get it in our country. And there was one on the new season, the MD-11. I didn't know that the MD-11 you have to actually land faster than normal. I didn't know that. Something about it, the design of the rear end of the plane causes that. But when they were doing the investigation, they were talking about the guy was a little too groggy, and he started they crashed and died. It was because he was too groggy and he didn't start his flare soon enough. And they start their flare at 30 feet. Now, obviously, it's an MD-11, so it's going to be different. We cannot go on that taxi line. But, I don't know, that gives me something to think about, because it seems like I said, I flare too much and too late. Or too early, I mean. And we end up floating down the runway. That also has to do with our speed. I don't know. It's just something like the landings. I really got to work on it. And I don't even know how I'm going to land when I start using the yoke. Actually, we're going to need to get the Sawzall over here. And I talked about buying a desk. I think I'm just going to actually cut a notch in this desk, and I'll actually be able to use this thing. I got like several $100s of gift cards from Amazon. I was going to buy a desk, but I said, heck, if we can just cut this notch out, then might as well save my money. Then I'll have the... I don't really want to use it with these huge planes. It's a totally different way of flying, man, with that yoke and the rudder pedals and everything. So I'm going to leave that for using the small planes. Maybe if Air Hauler 2 comes out, if it ever comes out, then maybe I'll use it there with the big planes. But as for right now, like, there's no way. I don't see how I could ever land with the big plane with that. Just landing using the small plane is a hell of a challenge, because it's so different. I'll turn these taxi lights off. You can turn those lights off. Alright, everything's shutting down. So with that, let's go ahead and move on over to Air Hauler and get paid. Alright, here we are in Air Hauler. Didn't damage the cargo. That's always nice. The pay is 1.2 million, so we're actually doing fairly well with this plane. I don't think we've damaged any cargo. It's not that hard to land softly, surprisingly, even though I cannot land it very well. I don't think we've damaged anything. We've had pretty gentle landings, or at least okay landings, not greasers, I don't think, but that wasn't bad. The landing was crap. Alright, so we got that guy. I've actually, the last couple days, actually yesterday and today, I've gotten people flying a lot, and we've increased our money a lot. Because I need to buy another MD-11, because we bought that DHL. Let's see how many 747s we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm trying to keep the same amount of 747s and MD-11s. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my goodness, we got 2 extra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I was going to say, now if I got 9 of these, might as well get 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we've got 2 extra. Let's see if there's a used MD-11 out there. I don't know where I'll put them. I'll probably put them over in Europe. Yeah, I don't see it. By the way, if you got the PMDG 737, there's a new service pack out. Adds weather radar and everything. I don't think I'm gonna mess with it because it's I think you have to completely uninstall the plane and then reinstall it, and that really screws me up because then I'd have to sell that 737 if I ever want to fly it, which I do. Maybe before we move over to the 737 after this plane, I'll get that done. But if it's just an update where it just installs a little update, that's one thing. But when you have to uninstall and reinstall, it kind of causes a problem. Here, I don't know what I was looking for. I was looking for 737s, but I'm actually supposed to be looking for the MD-11. Martin Air, we don't have one of those. China Cargo, I think we do have one of those. I've never heard of Transmile. World Airways. Alitalia, we've got EVA Shanghai. EVA Federal Express. We don't want any more of those. Korean Air. Gemini. Lufthansa. We've already got Olympic. We could do Olympic. I don't think we have an Olympic. I've done a FSX flight with the Olympic. British Airways. I don't even think they actually use MD-11s. And here's that 747 Cargo Lux, because I messed with the file again, and I don't know why it's different. Saudi Arabian Cargo, Aeroloft. I think we'll go with the Olympic. 134 million, so we don't have enough for 2 yet. Yes, and let's put it over in maybe not Dublin. Let's go with Paris. We got a lot of stuff near Paris. Because it's going to give me a lot of new routes. Hopefully. Actually, need a new pilot now. Nothing good. Training captain, but I don't want him. There's not going to be ever near 100. Timothy Cox, you're not going to help anybody. Let's see if it did add anything over near Paris. It had 2.7. Here's another Paris. Another Paris. Man, that is. We can't do that. Man, that's 2,500 miles. That's going to take 2 flights. That's 25. That's over 7,500 miles for only 1.6 million. That's outrageous. We can do this one with somebody. We got to get somebody over there. Well, we got 58 hours on it, so it should be all right. That's not too bad. It might take 2 flights, though. Then that would be terrible. All right. So that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and catch you on the next flight.
500, 400, 300, approaching minimums. 200, 100, 50, 40, 30, 20.